Hello everyone, my name is Sharda Bhomik and you are watching Keyboard Hitter C# tutorial. So here in this video we are going to talk about the differences between interface and abstract class. So there are already many videos on YouTube on this topic, so what is new about this video? Actually in this video we are not going to talk much about the theoretical differences between these two components. Rather we will directly jump into the implementation part, and as we move on things will be clear to us and we will get to see the differences between interface and abstract class. So let's move on. So before we start, I would like to say that this is nothing but a console application which I created for this demo and I named it as tutorial. So here I have one class called program, and this main function is the entry point of this application. So first I will create one interface and one abstract class. So to create an interface we need to use the keyword interface, and always an interface name starts with a capital I. That is the naming convention is being followed globally. So I will name this interface as iEmployee. Similar way, like in interface we have used interface keyword, for abstract class we do use abstract keyword, and as because this is a class we will use the class keyword, and here we don't need I because I is specifically for interface name. So here it will be simply employee. So first difference is clear to us, that for interface we need to use the keyword interface, and for abstract class we need to use the keyword abstract. Interface name starts with I, which is the naming convention followed globally, and the abstract class name starts with the actual name without any I and all. Okay, so second thing, the access specifier. So within interface we cannot declare any access specifier in front of a method. So we cannot say public or protected or private that way. And as we know that how many types of access specifier are available: public, protected, private, internal. Okay, so by default all internal function all interface functions are public, and we don't have the option to declare any access specifier in front of them. So first parameter will be the return type of the method. So here I'll take string and then the name of the method. So let's say get employee name by ID, and then the list of method arguments, so integer ID. Similarly for abstract class, here the story is different. Here we can add access specifier, and the default access specifier here is private. So here we will do like public, then the return type of the function, so let's say integer, and get employee age by ID, then the argument list which will be like integer ID. Now here you can see in interface, to define a signature of a method we just need to specify the return type, then the method name, then the argument list, nothing else. But here in abstract class, to define a method with only the signature, not the definition, we followed the same way, like first the access specifier, then the return type, then the method name, and then the argument list, but we are getting some error. That is because in abstract class, to define such method with only the method signature, not the method body, we need to use the keyword abstract. So by using abstract keyword in front of the method name, we are saying this method is abstract method, and there will be no body available within this class, or no definition of this method will be available inside this class. So whichever class will inherit this abstract class, this method body or method definition will be inside of that derived class only. So what are the difference we saw so far? First of all, the naming convention for interface and abstract class, then the keyword to declare an interface and abstract class, then the access specifier scope inside interface and abstract class, then we saw the keyword to define abstract method inside abstract class, and there is no keyword required to declare a method, abstract method, inside an interface. Now the major difference here, an interface can only have all the abstract method. I mean, within an interface we cannot have definition of a method. Okay, we can have only the signature of the method, but within an abstract class we can have the abstract method as well as we can have a concrete method as well. So public integer, again, get employee say height by id, integer id, and here we can actually define this method. I mean, we can actually have the body of this method. So the major difference here is, within interface we cannot have a concrete method, but within an abstract class we can have abstract method as well as the concrete method. But there is a rule, that is, if you declare a class as abstract, then you need to have at least one abstract method. So here we already have one abstract method, that is get employee age by id, and we have one concrete method, that is get employee height by id. Now the next major difference between interface and abstract class is, like, both this interface and abstract class cannot be instantiated, or we cannot create object for both these components, but an interface can be implemented and an abstract class can be inherited. Okay, so interface, this implemented, how this term implemented came into the picture, because there is nothing to inherit from an interface. Whatever the abstract methods are there inside the interface, those methods are supposed to be derived within a class which will implement this particular interface. So that is why for interface we use this keyword implement, and for abstract class there is a two-way options. First, to implement an abstract method, second, to inherit a concrete method. So that is why this inherit concept attached with the class or abstract class, and implement keyword attached with the interface. So in C# we don't have the concept of multiple inheritance. I mean, we cannot inherit multiple classes into a single class or into a single derived class. But what we can do, there is another way that we can achieve this multiple inheritance, that is, we can inherit only one class but we can implement multiple interface. So that way we can actually achieve multiple inheritance in C#. But there is a clause again, that is, if you inherit a class within a derived class, and also within that same derived class if you implement an interface, so then class should come first and then the interface. So this is how we implement an interface and we inherit an abstract class. Now see, we have all these errors, and this is because we haven't implemented the abstract method of this interface and this abstract class. So if you put your cursor on top of iEmployee and if you hit Ctrl dot, so it will give you option to implement interface. So once I do that, you can see this get employee name by id, which is an abstract method inside the interface. So this body automatically gets generated. Okay, and same I will do for this program. I will keep my mouse cursor pointer on top of the program, and I will hit Ctrl dot again, and it will give me the option to implement the abstract class. So within the abstract class we have one concrete method which you do not need to derive, but we have one abstract method which we need to derive. So that is why this get employee get employee age by id, this method got generated. Okay, so now this program class technically has all the methods of the interface iEmployee and the abstract class employee. So what we will test it. So in order to do so, we will create another class called public class test. Okay, now here we will declare one variable for this program. Okay, so we will name it as short program equal to new program. Now we will create a constructor for this test class. So here we have a constructor. Now if we do program dot, we will get to see three methods: get employee age by ID, get employee height by ID, get employee name by ID. These three methods are available within this program instance or program object, because this class program has implemented abstract class and the interface, and also inherited the already built-in or derived property of employee abstract class. So that is why when we are doing this program dot, we are getting all these three concrete methods link or reference. So this is just the basic differences between interface and an abstract class, and we explore this thing by the practical examples. Okay, in the next video will gonna be very interesting, because in the next video I'm going to show you the tricks using the interfaces and the abstract class, and how tactfully we can use this interface and abstract class concept within our application, so that it will modularize our application and it will help us to develop and optimize faster and very highly scalable and modularized application. Okay, so that is it for now. If you like the video, please leave a thumbs up below, and whatever suggestion you have, if you want me to cover a particular topic, or if you want me to create a video tutorial on a specific topic, so just leave your feedback in the comment section down below, and I will try all my level best to fulfill your requirements and to help you with my video tutorials. So I request you, please subscribe my channel for more upcoming C# tutorials and other technical tutorials as well, and please leave a thumbs up below if you actually find this video helpful and if you actually like this video. So that was for today. In the next episode I'll come up with few more interesting things, and I'll try to help you as much as I can. So thank you once again for watching this video. Keep watching and stay tuned. Have a good day. Bye bye. Thank you very much.